Looks like we're going. Yep.
Okay, perfect. All right, so first things first, right off the bat, you have two 7-gallon tanks, both filled to the brim. The only thing we used off them is to test the water heater, the refrigerator, and the furnace. Right here you have a pressure regulator with a switch on it, and so you switch it to whichever tank that you're using and make sure and turn the opposing tank off, and then you're ready to go as far as your propane goes. That's that. Shut this back. This is a cool little device. Down here is your batteries. The batteries tested good, so these are good to go. They hold a good charge. Two 12-volt batteries. And your tongue jack right over here. This is for lifting and lowering.
Just shut off on me again.
Get it?
Okay, there we go. We're back on.
Yeah, I think that. Okay. And then right over here is your freshwater fill. This is for dry camping only. So this is where you fill up your fresh water tank. Your holding water. Your stabilization jacks, you have 4 all the way around. These are the handles to lift, raise, and lower it. Keep in mind that the stabilization jacks aren't designed to lift the unit, they're designed to stabilize the unit. So if you find yourself having to raise it 6 inches, add blocks. Right here is your city water connection. You want to run a water pressure regulator to that before you actually turn on your city water. And then right below it is your black tank flush. It is imperative to remember that if you are running your black tank flush, that your black valve is in the open position, which is this one right here. So black is always 3 inch, and then gray is always 1.5 inch. So make sure this is in the open position to run your black tank flush. You don't have to run that every time you dump your tank, but basically that's just designed to keep all of the muck and buildup out of your tank. This is your shore power hookup right here. Your cable is in the rear compartment. This is roughly 25 feet long. Right here is your cable satellite hookup. Cable satellite, they're both labeled. Right around here. You got bumper storage for your black tank hose or whatever you need to put in there, and then this is your crank for your jacks right here. And you have storage in the rear, which actually comes with your shore power, extra hoses, the Caterpillar run for your black tank hose, and a stool and whatever the previous owner left behind for you. Here, you have the water heater. The water heater is dual gas electric. It's an aluminum tank, so you don't have an anode rod. The only thing that you need to know about this is before you run electricity on it, you want to make sure that there's water in it by lifting that lever real quick. So pretty straightforward. Down here, this is your refrigerator access, and typically we say stay out of here, but a quick pro tip, in the event, it's up here, yeah, it's the next one up, but in the event that the 110 side of your refrigerator stops working, it's always best to make sure that it's still plugged in, and before you call up the service guy. Might be able to see it better up here. Yep, right there. So sometimes this cable will wiggle out, and then the 110 side will stop working. And before you call up the service guy to come out and pop this panel and plug that in, just make sure that it's plugged in. And then that's it for outside. Go inside. Step. Right around the corner here you have awning light, ceiling light, dimmers for each light, more light switches. These turn on and off the cabinet lights up here, so that's what those light switches do. You got a little lever for these light switches. The stereo, pretty easy to use, straightforward. You got your power button right there. It's tuner, DVD player, or I'm sorry, tuner CD player. So that's what that is. And then here you have your TV. We're doing a walkthrough right now. There's the remote out for that sucker. One of the things that we have to show you is the TV is equipped with what's known as a digital booster, or the trailer is, and what it does is allows you to pick up free channels in the whatever area you happen to be in. And how you do that is you hit the source button, make sure it's on TV, then you find your menu button, and then go down to the antenna, and then go down to, oops, I hit the wrong button. Let's go back, menu. Oops, here we go, come on, here we go. Down to auto program, and then start on air. And then that'll search for digital TV channels. And that's really all you need to know. It's the same for if you're doing cable. If you're looking for cable, you go through the same process, but you want to make sure that this little button is off right here. So this is the button that activates your booster. Right now, it's on, which is allowing us to do a channel scan, and we'll actually pick up channels in the area. If you are hooked up to cable at a park, you want to turn that button off. The refrigerator is really easy. You have on and off, and then right next to it you have a button that allows you to either run it on gas or keep it on auto. If you keep it on auto and you go to a park and you're hooked to shore power, it will allow you to, as soon as you hook it up to 110, and it will be running on 110. When you pack up and leave and you unhook it from power, as long as your gas is on, it will automatically convert to gas, and then it will allow you to save whatever valuable meats you have in the freezer, or keep your beers cold, or whatever. The range. So first of all, the range, you have your fan and then your light right here on the top. And then you have your range, which is pretty straightforward. So you want to just make sure, you notice when I fire it up and click it once, the flame starts immediately. It's because they're clean. You want to keep them clean, and that will continue to stay that way. So as you come in here, you have all kinds of light switches for the bathroom area, vanity, all that stuff. And then you have a dimmer switch, mood lighting, and then down here is your water heater. Right now the water heater is running on 110, but to switch it to gas, you flip it the opposite and you'll get gas. So that's gas and electric for the water heater. All this stuff is straightforward. Thermostat, it looks complicated, but it's very easy, very straightforward. So you have your power button that turns it on, and then hit mode, there you go. And then hit mode and go cool, auto, heat pump, furnace, fan, or back to off. So for any of those settings, you have to the right, you have your temperature setting right there. So say we want to go AC, we go cool, make sure that our temperature is below room temperature, and the AC will kick on and start cooling this place. And that's about it for that. Coming around here into your toilet, it's not that low. Alright, so contrary to popular belief in your black tank, you are not making a milkshake. You do not have this gelatinous goo that's free flowing in the tank. You're building a mountain with a mode. Where it falls is where it sits. So it's very important to use your chemicals. The chemicals break down the stool that your body can't. They break down the tissue paper. They keep your sensors clean, and they deodorize the tank. At the front line of the battle, though, is right here. You want to have equal parts stool, paper, water. So you want to give your toilet a quarter push to fill up your bowl to your desired height. Your desired height has a couple of factors. First factor, of course, is the cold surprise. And then how many snail trails do you want to clean out of your bowl? Then, of course, a full push to dump it. You always want to set it up for the next guy. And if you're the next guy, you'll appreciate it when you have water in here when you have an emergency. And then full push to dump it. No exception for the ladies. There needs to be water in there when they use the toilet, no matter what. So that's now you're a black tank professional. The shower, it's a shower just like any other shower, except it's a little bit more crammed. I hope you're not 6'2", 280 like me, because it would be a little bit difficult, but if you are, it's still a decent size shower. This little thing right here, though, this right here is actually a clothes hanger, which goes all the way across to here. I don't know if you can really see it, but it goes all the way over there, and you can actually hang your clothes right there. And then when you don't need your clothes there anymore, then you unlock it and it zips back into itself, and then you can lock it back into place. Right here is where you check your tank levels, your battery. Like right now, your battery's charging. Anytime you're hooked to shore power or driving down the road, your battery's always charging. Fresh water, 8%. I put very little water in there, and then gray and black. The reason that it's showing a little bit in the gray is because I filled up the water so I could test the systems and everything like that. But 6%, there's very little water in there. And then this is how you operate the pump. That's the pump, and then this is your water pressure on the pump. Hot and cold. And then this actually comes out so you can clean your dishes or whatever you're doing. And that goes right back in place, and then cover. What else is there that we need to learn about in here? Really it. You have DVD player, some backup camera stuff. It's all easy stuff. That mounts to your dashboard of your truck. Yeah. That's oh, one more thing. I have to show you how to use your awning. I do always forget something. Looks a lot more difficult than it is, and it still may look difficult when I'm done, but you have this little thing right here. You have to loosen these knobs here. And then kick them to the side. Same on this side. This latch right here, make sure that's not latched, and then come over here, you got a loop up here, you grab it, this thing comes out. When you do, you flip it out, put it back in, and you get the picture. There's all kinds of adjustments on the sides for articulation. If you need to drop one side for wind, or keep the sun out of your eyes, or really anything. And then you just want to make sure and put your hook back into place here. Boom, hook's in place. Put your wheel back in. Reach it, it's always better. Fortunately, I'm tall, so I can reach it, but the wand does the same thing, really. You just want to tighten it down so it doesn't pop out and sides. Alright, just make sure it's snug so it's not going to pop out. That's really it. We checked the tire pressures. We fill the tires to maximum. Yeah, that's it. So that's been your walkthrough. Thanks for shopping at Gibbs.